Welcome back to Chaotic Kitchen. Today's episode features, of course, my very French look. Bonjour tout le monde, on va faire des crêpes françaises aujourd'hui. We will do French crêpes today. So I'm getting really hot, so I'm going to take off my béret. And we will get going. So my instructions are in French. My mind is in French. I'm talking to you in English. We're gonna see how this goes. But to start, you will need a big bowl. So get yourself a big bowl. I'm gonna use this beautiful bowl right here. And we are going to take 1 cup of flour. We're gonna start mixing 1 cup of flour, a pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. So if you're like me and you are celiac or you have a gluten intolerance, and this flour, this gluten-free flour, holy crap, is from Bob's Red Mill, and it's the 1-to-1 baking flour. I'll show it right here. I highly recommend this one. I've had nothing but success with this one. So let's go ahead, take my flour. Now I know that technically you're not supposed to take it from the bag, la-di-la-di-la, whatever. Don't at me just because I do this. So 1 tablespoon of sugar. Sure. We're gonna do 2. So get yourself a whisk. I'm just gonna use a wooden spoon just to mix it all together. Awesome! Alors, prochain, next is we're gonna add 2 eggs, and then we're gonna also add 1.5 cups of milk. And then, not too far off, you're also gonna need some margarine or some butter, so just get that. All right, so let's crack the 2 eggs, 2 complete eggs without the eggshells. And if you know me, you know that whatever I bake, anytime I bake, I always drop eggshells. Like, I don't know what happens. I feel like I have a curse on me or some shit, but so I have to be very careful not to put eggshells in this fucking thing. Anyway, it's all good vibes up in here. So let's go ahead and put 1.5 cups of milk up in this bitch. Okay, so that's 1.5. This is ish. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we're just starting with the eggs and then the milk. So you're gonna whisk that with a whisk. Make sure that's all like well combined. Next, so I mix it all up. It should be a smooth, nice batter. I mean, I can show you here if you really want. Can you see it? Look at this beautifulness. And the next step is we need vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. So go ahead and do that. So do I have a tablespoon somewhere? Where the fuck is my tablespoon? Make sure you have clean utensils before you bake, or else you're gonna have to do like me, you're just gonna have to clean everything as you go. Go ahead and put it in the microwave. Let's do it for like, I don't know, 45 seconds. Who the fuck knows? I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Put it in my beautiful batter. So we're gonna go 1 and 2. Excellent, excellent. Also gonna put this in here, and we're gonna whip it up. Ah, les petits pois, les petits pois, les petits pois. So growing up, they had a big farm growing up. It was about 2.5 hours away from the city that I'm in. And they have this huge garden, it's this wonderful farm. And one of the things that we used to do was we used to pick up peas and then we would like DP them, I don't know what you, décortiquer, you know, les peler. And then you put the peas in a separate bowl. And my grandma would always sing the song, ah les petits pois, les petits pois, les petits pois, on les mange avec nos doigts. Then, funny thing is, I think this was like last year or the year before, we actually looked the song up because we're like, it's gotta come from somewhere. My grandma has a knack for like turning songs into different things that are not quite there. And the song, you know, des petits pois, like the little peas, we're actually referring to in the original song about testicles. Alright, so we're gonna let this dough rest in the fridge. I'm gonna let it rest for probably like 10 minutes while I clean this fucking kitchen up because I haven't done that beforehand. And then we'll take out my pan and we'll start making the crepes, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so I cleaned the kitchen. I'm just going to get my pan ready. I just have a regular non-stick pan. That should actually do the trick pretty well. The first one will inevitably always turn out just wrong. It'll just be the worst one. But it's because you're getting your pan to be the right heat, and it's a practice one essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and heat my pan because you want it to be pretty hot. But you don't want it to be to the point where like you're essentially frying the batter, like you're burning the batter and it's gonna be raw in the center. So there's a good fine balance between doing that. So I'm just gonna put some oil, not too much, and flip that around, making sure it's a pretty hot pan. And then I'm going to take my batter that's been chilled, and we'll actually take une louche, a ladle, is that what it's called? And we're gonna do a test one. So take your ladle and then drop it. And as soon as you put the batter in, it should be sizzling. So that's like a good indicator that you're doing things right. And then you're gonna just shift this around. So because this is a relatively larger pan, I can actually put a little bit more batter. Again, the first one is like your test one, so if it comes out horrible, it's okay. Ooh, perfecto. So the edges are starting. Usually when the edges are giving you that little, and this is what it looks like. Not too bad for a first one, but the idea is to make them as thin as possible. That smells fucking delicious. Beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. And voila. So you usually kind of just want to add a little bit more oil as you go. A very hot pan is the trick. Not too much oil, and really try to get it as thin as possible with really like the biggest stuff. So mix your batter once you like, so you don't want the flour to settle. And then put it around, mix it up, mix it up. Beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. I'm doing heritage days. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is going to be delicious. Ah, les crêpes. Ah, les crêpes. Ah, les crêpes. Ah, les crêpes. This is what happens when people leave me home alone. I just get don't know what to tell you. So, hope you're enjoying. Ah, les crêpes. Ah, les crêpes. Wow, 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 wow. I'm excited. C'est mon patrimoine, les amis. I shouldn't be surprised that when you take off your glasses, it's difficult to see. But to this day, it doesn't translate. So I'm gonna put my glasses back on because apparently I can't see. Anyway, so that's the end of my batter. Look at this. This is quite amazing. It's super thin, which is the idea. And for gluten-free, like I'm very impressed with this flour. It's super thin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna shift you over to a different station, and I'll show you. Get this away from me. Is I have a jam, a French jam that is really, really delicious. It's called Bonne Maman Confiture de Cerise Cherry Jam. It's a product of France, and if you're looking for something that is, it's not quite a jam. It's almost like it's more runny. Looks like this, but I recommend that. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enjoy my beautiful crepes that I just made. So I'll shift you over to the table and I'll show you how I eat them. Allons-y les amis! So we have our wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful crepes that we just made. They're fresh from the pan, and I'll show you my favorite way of eating them. So I have mon petit café au lait, I have my beautiful coffee. If you're asking me, yes, it is 9 o'clock at night, but who cares? So we'll take our beautiful crepe, take it into our plate. We're gonna take a little bit of Bonne Maman confiture. And I'm just gonna dump this on our wonderful crepe. Okay, c'est beau, c'est beau. And my favorite way, actually, is to roll it. Is to roll les crêpes. So what I do is I start folding once, and then you fold, and then you roll. And then if you had like, if you had du chantilly, if you had whipped cream, you could put some on top if you want maple syrup, whatever, really. The options are endless. One thing that you could also do is put sugared powdered sugar. And then let's taste test, see how they are. Wow. This is so good. I love les crêpes. They honestly just, they make me so happy. Just one of those things that's like, you know it's a good day when you started off with crêpes. Or in my case, you end your day with a crêpe. Honestly, like live your life. Do what you gotta do for you, man. You know? Certain. Bon appétit, ça c'était très bon. Alors je veux remercier tout le monde. I thank you so much for watching me and this wonderful chaotic kitchen crepe recipe. I wish you all the best in trying out this if you would like. If not, I hope you enjoyed just watching this video. And I wish you nothing but the best until next time. Bye. Toodles. Come back again.